Hi, folks. It's John Wilson here from highticketaffiliatecoach.com, and welcome to this quick interview. I wanted to get one of my students, Anne, on the call today because she contacted me just a few days ago, maybe a week or so ago, saying that she had made her first sale. Now, the real special thing about this is that she basically beat the existing record for quickest sale of my students. So we'll get into more on that in a second. But Anne, welcome to the call. So do you want to just quickly introduce yourself real quick, and then tell us where in the world you are and what you do when you're not crushing it at affiliate marketing?
Okay, yeah, no, thank you. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in the New England, kind of the Boston area, and I've been in the commercial real estate brokerage world for most of my working life, for about 25, 30 years. So that's kind of my background. I worked up through property management, and then got onto the brokerage side, and never looked back. I love it, and it's very rewarding. And but that's kind of a little bit about my background.
Okay, very cool. So it sounds like you've done pretty well in your kind of real estate career. So why did you get into affiliate marketing? When did that happen, and why did you decide to do that?
So I think that I believe in diversification. That's the first thing, and I think that right now there's so many changes in the brokerage practice, the market, and that's the first thing. So I guess it's diversifying, but it's also, I realized that when I was in school, I was a psych major when I went to college, psych and philosophy, but I always was very interested in advertising. That's really what I wanted to do after I graduated, and it's kind of a bunch of real estate instead. But I find that just this is kind of it is kind of a democratization of ad people, because you are on a micro level. You're really, or maybe not micro, you're just on a different scale. You're bringing people's attention to these products, whatever they are, and that's not necessarily what I'm doing, but I think the idea is that you're not influencing, but you're kind of a little tiny ad agency. That's kind of how I thought about it for myself, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, these things, platforms like YouTube and so on, have definitely leveled the playing field, and sometimes independents like us can do a better job at marketing products than companies themselves can. And I guess that's how affiliate marketing was born. So tell us about this sale, Anne. How did you discover you'd made a sale? How much was it, and how did it feel?
So it took me a little bit longer than I had expected to kind of finish with everything. So lead magnet, and just there was a kind of a perspective problem. It was all mushed together, so I had to kind of rework that a little bit. But I signed up for some links on Digistore, and one of them became kind of the primary focus that the offer that I'm working on, which involves YouTube. And so I did the video, and I wasn't expecting anything, but I got an announcement from Digistore, which is the sound of a cash register. That's, if people would recognize that. And usually you get that when you're trying to log in, because it looks for your identification. I'm like, I didn't remember logging into Digistore, so maybe I'll just go and check what's going on. And there was an amount there. So, and then it was the offer information that connected, so I put that together. So that's how I found out. It was, maybe a few days after the initial thing. It's not someone that came in cold. I still really don't know, kind of how they came in. I'm not going to rely on that happening much more again. I mean, I'm happy that it happened, but I know I want to really build up, the email list and start to market in that way, in addition to a couple other things.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
I was very excited. I was definitely excited.
Yeah, I'll bet that first sale is always yeah, you'll never forget that your first one. So and what was it? Was a few $100 was the total, and was it a 50% commission one or
couple $100, and it was based off the discounted rate purchase for this program. Okay. It would have normally been twice that. Again, I don't care. I'll take it. But it came in through. I think there must have been some sort of a maybe there was something he's got backlinked that allows you to have some sort of discount. That is because it's a webinar, and then you go through and then purchase. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So a couple $100 commission, and I guess maybe it's a discount code that you can find online, or perhaps, I suppose sometimes the way these things might work is like if it's like an early bird, if you buy within a certain period of time, they might give a discount or something.
Do it now and get this. Otherwise, come back and it's going to be full price or whatever type of thing.
Gotcha. Great job. Well, so yeah, moving on. Tell me, and what kind of struggles did you have, or internal or external, on the way to making that first sale?
Just for me, just kind of just kind of retraining a little bit to follow instructions, because I've been kind of on the other end. I'll let people know kind of here's a process, but I needed to follow what you put together, because that got me to the point where I created something that I didn't know I was going to need to create or was going to create, but that took time. I guess the struggle was for myself, just putting myself in the mode of listening and reading, and not just tearing into it, which is usually what I'm doing, and not it wasn't a struggle so much. It just took myself a little bit more time, because I was in a different mode when I started, and I'm still certainly at the very, very, very beginning of this and learning a lot. So I've learned a lot in the time, seriously, from you.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a kind of change in probably the way of working than you're used to normally, for sure. So, can you tell? Do you know roughly how long it took from getting set up to making your first sale? And we've already alluded to this. How many videos did you have live when you made that sale?
So, it took me a while to get set up, but I'm not going to count that, because I could have gone a lot faster, John. Honestly, I have another full-time thing, and I stopped and started a little bit, but I think it was like 8 or 9 days or so after the first, or maybe less, after the first launch of the video, which again I'm accepting it as an anomaly versus, I'll certainly take it and I appreciate it. I just took it kind of as a good sign, kind of that part of it.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you say, that's not the experience of everybody. So far, I've, everybody who's taken action and implemented what I teach, I've seen making their first sale between 10 and 20 videos posted. Personally, for me, it was 10 videos. I've had another student at 10, maybe one at 13, one at 12, one at 16. and just before you, there was another chap who did it at 4. So it is possible to do it in less than 10, but that's probably not going to be everyone's experience. But it's definitely a repeatable system. So cool. All right. So just before we wrap up, then, Anne, you want to just tell us real quick what's your experience been of my program, and what would you say to anyone considering it or just considering affiliate marketing in general?
Well, one thing, I think it's really great because you're so very accessible, and but you've also laid out everything in the course itself, so it's very organized, which I prefer. I sometimes takes me a minute to accept direction and instruction, but you're very detailed in the way this is supposed to go, and that's kind of what I think is really needed. There's a lot of, and I talk about this in one of my videos, there's just so much information out there. It's very, just to be focused, the first thing you say on your video is focused, but you really make it easy ultimately to do that because there's just so many options. That's kind of, it's not shiny objects so much, it's just other objects and other people and other jams, and we're really here to make money. That's really kind of why to have something really reliable ultimately online, and I think the course is, in my opinion, it's geared for that. It's geared for that.
Yeah, it's definitely half the battle. I mean, I suffer from shiny object syndrome sometimes myself too, even now. But yeah, half the battle is retaining that focus. Once you find something that is going to work, focus on it until it does. So yeah, that's definitely good advice. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time coming on, Anne. Congratulations again for your success, and
thank you.
I can't wait to see to hear about more sales. Just keep up the pressure, and it's all about consistency and keeping on building that momentum and taking it from there. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much for everything, John. Seriously, thank you.
You're welcome. So congratulations once again to Anne for making her first sale. I'm sure it will be the first of many. So if you're interested in starting your own affiliate marketing business just like Anne, then the best thing to do is grab my free cheat sheet. It's entitled 3 Proven Steps to Quit Your 9-to-5 Job with High Ticket Affiliate Marketing. And you can grab that via the link in the comment pinned under this video. And once you opt in, you'll also get instant access to a free on-demand training video that will lay out how I can even build your affiliate business for you and set you on the path to 10K months. So thanks for watching. See you next time. God bless.